got three houses. I got three houses. I got three more houses. I'm ready when you. Oh, I guess we're recording, aren't we?
Yeah, I think the podcast has now begun.
Yeah, it's not like the last three of our episodes have started. Is you being like, I think it's already started.
And so it has.
Hey, what up?
What up? It's time to play 3HR.
Everyone's favorite undiscovered podcast.
That's our claim to fame, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's favorite never heard of podcast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really windy today. Is it super windy over there?
No, I don't think so. At least.
Oh man, it's been like
You
so I
live
live
by
in
the
Brighton,
sea, though.
so like I live right by the sea, and it's been like crazy stormy for the last 3 days. I've been waking up really early. Storms hitting my windows.
Stress, man. What, you wake up early because of the storm?
Yeah, it's like that windy.
Damn. With rain, or it must be something.
No,
it's got to
it's just
hit the
straight.
window.
It's just straight up wind. Although today, a couple hours ago, just a sudden burst of rain fell and it hit my windows, and I have like a couple of holes in my windows. It's a little drafty, so a fair bit of water just like burst through my windows today.
Okay, that sounds weird. You make it sound like there's constant water. It makes it sound like you live in an aquarium.
Okay.
No, for water to burst through.
Yeah, it wasn't like built up
rain.
pressure. It was rain that seeped through the
Over
cracks
time,
in
or?
my
Okay,
windows.
got you.
No, because the rain was there for like about 10 minutes, and it was just the heaviest rain ever.
But over that 10 minutes, it wasn't like in a single moment it started dribbling through.
Well, no, it started dribbling through like in a single moment because it was that heavy and the holes are that large.
But then it continued to dribble through for the whole 10.
No, because I blocked it up with tissue paper.
Oh, okay, got you.
I've been meaning to buy some filler for these windows.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, a video game podcast. How are you doing?
Fab. Yourself?
Yeah?
Well, actually.
Oh.
The European League of Legends run is at an end. It just finished. It always works quite well because we always record these around the time for the games.
Yeah.
And Europe's last hope fell just now. So that gives you a bit of context on where we're at.
Are these things in like seasons, or are they always go?
Yeah, seasons.
What are the seasons?
So there's
I don't know why I asked you questions.
There's summer split and spring split.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a couple of tournaments throughout the year, the big one being World Championship, which is the one that's going on right now, where all the big teams from all the regions play against each other, and it's big fun.
Mm-hmm.
Europe put up an incredible fight yesterday, nearly the biggest upset in League of Legends history. From Europe's number 2 seed up against the undisputed world champions. Very nearly won, but didn't quite.
Well, that's a straight bummer.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking. Sorry, just something just flashed up on my screen. I was looking for things to do in London the other weekend, and I came across like a sports bar, but for video games.
Yeah.
So it's
I've heard of that place.
Like instead of like running. Whoa! Hang on a sec. Sorry.
You have more wind.
Sorry. My Logic just turned on, and then I started hearing myself, and like a huge amount of reverb. Anyway, yeah. So this the sports bar. Yeah. So it's kind of just like instead of showing the football, it shows league sessions or Dota, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. Sign me up.
You been to one of those?
No, I haven't. I'm sure I'd have a good time.
Yeah, I bet. Do you have like enough people that play League to go to one of those things, or would it just be you and a friend?
I could like bring a few, but they'd be sort of from different groups. So it'd be like Jamie, but then like maybe his friend, and then I'm sure like Tom and his friend would want to go.
Yeah, sure. I hear that.
But it's not like enough to get up, leave the house. You know, when you can just watch it on your computer for free. Anyway, we got a special episode today.
We do. We messed up our timings, and we don't have time to play a game this week. So we just very suddenly decided we are doing a, what did you call it? A fruit basket.
A fruit salad.
Fruit salad, that's the one.
3HL fruit salad.
I was thinking of the manga. Yeah, a fruit salad.
Which one?
Fruits basket. Is that not what it's called?
I don't know.
It's like a romance manga. Fruits basket. It's like the most popular like romance one of our generation. I feel
wow, yeah, you're right.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that cover.
Yeah, I think Grace used to read it.
Oh, really?
My memory. I think that's how I know it.
I recognise that cover from whence I used to go by.
So yes, a fruit salad is more appropriate terminology. A fruit salad of games. We're just going to talk about games that we've been playing
and kick
more
it
recently because we've been playing some things. Do you want to go or shall I?
You go. It sounds like you got some things to talk about.
Well, we'll see. So it's tough because the great thing about 3HR is that we both have a vested interest in the game we're talking about. Even if we didn't want to play it, we had to talk about it because we played it.
Yeah.
Whereas the game I've mostly been playing is a game that you would never touch in a million years.
You say that, but maybe I've already played it.
You're telling me you've already played the recently released Gran Turismo Sport?
Ah! Maybe. Maybe not. You know what? I'm just going to let you take the lead on this one.
Oh, well, I don't have anything specifically interesting to say about it other than... well, I could say some things about it. Do you know... So I'm assuming you know literally nothing about it?
I know it's...
Other than it's a racing game?
Gran Turismo Sport. Bit of a reboot.
Yeah,
I assume maybe with more of a sporty twist.
Yeah, it's pretty sporty. Gran Turismo is a long-running PlayStation franchise driving simulator game where you drive cars around tracks and then you win races, all these races, and amass a large car collection. And I've been playing them since I was a kid. It was one of the first games I got on like a PlayStation. And it was how I learned to like cars, I guess, outside of my dad, who also liked cars. It was kind of the way I sort of would meet him in the middle with that stuff.
Right.
Because I got to play a game, you know?
Yeah. And you loved... I remember you loved 5. Or was it 4 or 5?
Well, 5... It's funny because 5 and 6 especially, and maybe even a little bit of 4, it's been a series that's been like slowly getting less good. It just as in like there's been other competitors that have shot up that just have a lot more just trying different things, and
which is interesting. Sorry,
stale it's a pretty stale formula, and then driving games as a whole just have like specific mechanics that kind of don't work. Like the biggest problem I find with driving games, specifically of simulator games, is it's the most like obvious example of AI having to dumb itself down to let you win.
Yeah.
Because I can see
that.
Yeah, because it's like it's a literal competition. So, and there's like very little quantifiable sort of evidence to see that the AI is now slowing down so you can catch up or blah blah blah. And it gets really messy when you put it in a game like Gran Turismo, which is about simulation, because they want you to win the races, but also they need it to be as realistic as possible. So traditionally what's happened with Gran Turismo is instead of like rubber banding AI, so if someone doesn't know what that means, instead of like the AI slowing down or speeding up if you get too far away from them, instead of that, they rely on either making just your competitors way too slow by giving you... God, lots of noises. My phone's going. Anyway, by letting you have like a faster car than everyone else. Or it's just basically impossible to take people over, is one of the two versions.
That sounds not very fun.
Well, also the inherent thing about like motorsport, not that I watch a lot of motorsport, but you don't win races in motorsport. You overtake like 3 people in a race. If you watch like F1, it's been a long time since I've watched F1, but like most people, you do a qualifying lap and then you sort of stay in that position mostly for the actual race. which
Who starts
isn't,
at the front of the qualifying? Oh no, obviously that's
you set your time, and then the person with the fastest time is
the
further at the front of the thing, and then
yeah. Gotcha.
and it's just like inherently unsatisfying to like only overtake one person in a race unless it's really set up that way, which Gran Turismo has never really done, which I don't understand why. I think games like Project Cars make it more simulatory in that way, where it's about your career instead of a specific race. So what happens in Gran Turismo is you start from position 12, and then your goal is to get to position 1, which is fun, but it also feels sort of naff in a way, and sort of against the sort of whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is like someone who doesn't really like racing games, not driving in video games, because there are a lot of video games that I think are really fun to drive in.
Yeah, sure.
But when it's about like, yeah, as you say, simulation, I think racing games can only really go so far, because, and I think it's very much like an aging audience, people who like racing games. I don't think there are many youngsters coming up interested in these games. And also they always look like the best out there of all the games, but visually, because they can just like render these tracks perfectly in the car and just put it all into lighting and just whatever. But like, how far can they go other than updating to the latest cars?
Yeah, it's basically what they've done. So Gran Turismo Sport, what they've done to try and... Gran Turismo Sport is like a good step in a lot of ways, and then kind of an iffy one in some other ways, in that it seems to address the whole
and
AI
weather,
thing.
Sorry, of course. more realistic weather is a big one.
But that stuff, it's funny because that stuff always like comes and goes. Like one game they'll have weather, and the next one they have to take it out because they need to put something else in. It's just like this constant like...
Damn.
It needs to like, it never stacks like FIFA does. It doesn't like just keep sort of improving. They have to always remove things.
That's weird.
So the one thing Sport's done is it's made it more about the online, which obviously circumvents the whole AI issue. And they've done like some really adorable... The biggest problem with online racing is because people just mash into each other and are not very sportsman-y. One of the things they make you do is they make you watch 2 4-minute long videos about sportsmanship before you can race online in this game.
Wow.
Which is hilarious.
I love it.
And then they have this sort of rating system where if you knock someone down, your grade from A to D goes up and down depending on how cleanly you ran a race. And that stuff's all fine, but I think it's genuinely actually really difficult to not hit people in racing games. It's not like real life. There isn't like a punishment for it other than you get disqualified. You're not risking your life or anything. So it's just really hard to gauge. It's really hard to describe actually, like how hard it is. I'm not a crappy racing person. I play these games fairly okay, but it's like a genuine challenge to not just accidentally nick someone, and then your grade goes down, and it's depressing.
Man, that sounds a little bit shit.
Yeah, it's just it's like a smaller, more contained experience, and I think they're talking about like it growing over time instead of it being like a game that they release every couple of years. Anyway, that's Gran Turismo Sport. I think I'm done now. We should probably move on.
You know what is interesting though is that Forza was the up and coming game.
Yeah.
That sort of wiped the floor, but now everyone's so up in arms about loot crates with Forza 7.
Yeah.
That it'll be interesting to see what opens up. I mean, I don't know anything about Project Cars or whatever.
Yeah, Project Cars is like supposed to be the most sort of simulatory. It covers like the PC side of things.
Yeah,
I haven't really played either Forza or Project Cars enough to say anything about them.
Yeah, fair.
Because to be honest, I don't think I really want to. I think a lot of the reason I enjoy Gran Turismo is the nostalgia stuff.
Yeah.
They do their presentation is just like, it's very specific to them. It's always had this like 90s aesthetic, but sort of got cleaner over time.
I mean, no one's
they like love like their like they love their like elevator music and stuff, and it's really good. Just brings back memories.
Nice stuff. That all sounds pretty decent.
What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Really, just two things. Really, just League of Legends. Well, I mean, I've been watching a lot of League of Legends, and then playing it because you watch it and you're like, oh, I want to try that. So you do.
Okay.
And then Breath of the Wild still.
How is old Zelda?
Still just plodding along.
You're chugging through.
I'm ready to go into the castle now.
Yeah,
Take
I
it to
remember
that. I've done everything that I've beaten all the main missions. So got all the memories, got the Master Sword.
Yep.
Ready to head on in.
Yeah.
But I just haven't headed in yet. I'm like, do I want to collect some more cogs?
Yeah.
Upgrade my Guardian armor? No, I don't. But I'll do it anyway. And also, it's been one of those things where my niece is here and she wants to see me beat Ganon.
Oh, okay.
So I've just got to find a time.
Yeah.
When we're both about. But I'm fairly happy to just delay it, walk around. Clean up some of the side missions and just explore more.
And it's just one of those. It's one of those games where at least I play, and then I know that if I do the final thing, I'll probably not boot it back up again.
Yeah.
So I just keep doing all the side stuff for as long as
How
possible.
long did you do the side stuff before you went in?
I don't remember timings, but I think I would do a thing where I would boot up the game, but okay, today's the day. Today's the day I'm going into the castle. Today's the day I'm taking out Ganon. And then I'd be like, well, I could, but then I found this weird town, and I got to do this, and
that's jokes.
And I wouldn't, just because it's such a chill place to mess around in. So it was always hard to get that motivation, and it would always be you can always be more prepared,
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. At the start of the game, you're like, damn, this is easy. I've got way more resources than I need. And then it sort of gets to this point where you're like, okay, I actually need loads of stuff if I want to upgrade all my gear, if I want to, do whatever. That said, I have beyond enough already, I'm sure, to just go in and take it fine. You know what else is ridiculous? The fact that hearty radishes, did you ever cook those single?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Anyway, you cook a single, they're fairly commonplace, they're not super common, but you'll get 20,
Mm-hmm.
When you cook a single one, it gives you full health plus 3 gold hearts.
Okay.
That's loads.
Full health plus... Yeah, sure, that is a lot.
And when you've got 11 hearts to start with, you just chuck those in, you get 20 of those meals. Yeah, you're covered.
Cooking in that game is just wonderful.
It is pretty good.
It's just it's such a... I don't know how to describe it. It's just
it takes a bit long,
pace.
though. It takes a bit long.
Sure.
The fact that you have to hold everything before you drop it in. One by one. There's a lot of the time I found myself without food just because I was never bothered to...
Sure.
Spend 5 minutes just standing over a little
sure.
cooking up hearty radishes. Although hearty radishes changed it a lot because originally I'd be cooking up some gourmet meat and it would give me back 3 hearts.
Yeah, I think I think.
And then I discovered hearty radishes and I've never cooked anything other than hearty radishes.
You gone full vegetarian?
Full.
Yeah.
That's a funny point, actually. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I think I there isn't a way. You asked me this when you started playing, and I wasn't sure. There isn't a way to remember recipes, is there?
No, there isn't.
Which is a bummer.
Which is a little bit, but then you sort of realise that
you get used to your own ones.
It's super unclear in the fact that a million different things will make the same dish.
Yeah.
So any mushroom, any vegetable times any amount, and also it depends how much you put in will depend how much health you get out of it. So I kind of get not having a recipe book.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
A question for me?
Yeah. So there's a Gerudo lady covering one of the shrines. She's really thirsty. And she's like, I need some of this thing. I've got no idea what that is. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
It was I
didn't do all the shrines.
Noble Pursuit, I think it was called. She's like, okay. I need some Noble Pursuit.
Noble Pursuit.
And I think it was a drink. By the sound of it, you could craft it. I don't really want to look it up.
Oh, she's by that like desert thing,
She's in the middle of the desert.
the oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I probably spent less time in that zone than the rest of the game.
The weather's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I just found like all the sand stuff just kind of a bit of a pain.
Bit much, bit big.
Speaking of the
The temperature stuff though is really kind of cool in that game.
You like the temples?
No, the temperature.
Oh, yeah, the temperature stuff is great.
And the fact that the best moment for me with that whole thing was when I discovered that you can just bring out like a fire or ice weapon, and that'll hugely swing it in the direction you want. So, but then you just get loads of clothes that look amazing towards the end.
So you've got the Master Sword. That means you did the infamous stealth mission. Do you know the one I'm referencing?
The one where you have to get the gang hideout.
No, you follow one of the little guys through the forest.
Oh, yeah.
Was that as frustrating for you as it was for everyone else?
No.
You just got through it like first try?
No, I got through second try or third try. Yeah. But
it's funny. It's funny how that game, because that Zelda
it's long. I can understand that being annoying, but it's only that one point where you mess up, and then you just know to stay away.
There are like, I think there were 2 points which I messed up on that, but it's funny how like, no matter how great that game is, there are like those little like, what? There's just 1 or 2 missions where it's like, no.
I found the stealth when you're in the hideout worse.
Yeah, that probably is worse. I probably got stuck on that
way
more.
Worse. Yeah.
Basically just stealth in games where there shouldn't be stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crouching.
Yeah. I mean, especially just like if you're going to have like stealth in a game that maybe isn't built for it, just checkpoint the hell out of that level. Like, don't make you go all the way back to like the first.
It's a bit cruel. I remember and you know what I almost struggled more with until I realised you could just run through the entire thing, was the one next to it, where you have like 3 weapons and they can't break.
Oh, the wooden ones.
Yeah, but also there were like tar pits that you couldn't fall into.
Right.
Or you had to restart.
Yeah, I remember
and that one I struggled with a little bit until I realised that you could just absolutely run through it, and then use the birdie jump power to just get really high and just fly over the whole thing and skip it in like a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's. I mean, the main problem with the stealth levels is they're like the only ones that force you to do something in one specific way, whereas the rest of the game is set up to be so open.
Yeah, I'm all for that though.
Yeah. yeah. Zelda's a pretty darn good game. Do you play Switch games mostly on the Switch doodad? The screen?
Depends. It's been like really spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, I mean I play it on the TV whenever I can because it's really nice having the big screen. I like it. But I play it on the little when I have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like I wouldn't beat Ganon on the little screen.
Yeah, sure, I hear you.
Yeah.
On a big event.
That's a big event. But other than that, I've been playing League, man.
Yep.
Fuck, I just want to be good at that game. The amount of time I've been playing it for, I just should be better. And I could be, but it gets to you.
What would it take for you to improve it?
To improve my rank, it would just be... I think the main one is focus on role and not playing such a wide variety of champions. Literally play like 2 champions. So you just get really good at those 2. And that's like huge way to climb. And then just like practice farming and play more games. Play more ranked games. That's all you have to do. Those 3 things.
Champions in League.
Yes.
Lochie Lazic.
I know him.
The game's free to play.
Yeah, it is. But
it charges you to have the same champion on your roster? Is that how that works?
No.
No?
So
Because they
I mean,
rotate them, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like there's an in-game currency as well that you earn through playing.
Okay.
So you can buy champions with that as well,
Oh, okay.
or you can buy them with money. But I mostly bought them with the in-game currency that you just earn through playing games. And I mean, what the cool thing is, right, is when you start,
Yeah.
you like want to play a lot of different champions, try them all out, see what you like. But then as you play more and more, you start to play less and less champions.
That makes sense.
So now, I mean, like I've got all of them, and I play like a tenth of them.
Right.
I mean, like properly, I'll play a lot of. Yeah, about 10 champs.
Do you know how much like real life money you've earned? Do you know? Does that make sense? Like, as in, because you're earning in-game currency, right?
Oh, a lot less than I've spent.
Yeah, sure.
I can tell you that much for free, Louis. No.
I'm just curious. I'm sure they don't give you that
loads.
information because it would
I'm
probably
sure
be like.
No, I'm sure you could. I mean, I don't think it's any like.
You could do the maths though, right?
You could do. I mean, if I was able to get my full purchase history, which I'm sure I would be able to do if I emailed them.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could work it out by working out how much I would have spent on everything. I mean, like hundreds of quid's worth, probably.
Do you think?
But it's not like I've made money from them because it's just through playing.
No, yeah.
It's not like they're at any form of loss by me playing their game a lot.
No, sure.
Or everyone else in the world.
Sure.
Anyway, I think now Louis is as good a time as any to get you to get back on the league train.
I don't think I was ever on the league train.
I think that's about the sort of time we're looking at.
I think I got on for like a couple minutes and then jumped off before my stop.
Yep.
Carrying on this train analogy.
Yep. I reckon all aboard. I reckon you've got some good champs in you. I reckon you could climb like it was no one's business. Climb
Off the
that
top of your
ladder.
head, who do you think would be my ideal champion to main?
I feel like you would be. Maybe you'd be like a support. I reckon you'd be a support main.
Offensive?
No. Because
I mean, as in, that was offensive, not as in I want to play offensive.
no, and I'm saying no, as in it's not offensive.
Uh-huh.
Because it means you don't have to focus on a lot of the things that are that require like time to practice at.
Okay.
So there are lots of ports with really like fun mechanics, but you don't have to worry about farming or anything.
So you say when you start playing, you should play as a support character?
No, but I'm saying, I reckon you would, because you wouldn't want to put in the time.
No, I mean that's the.
Yeah, I'm being realistic here.
Okay, I see, yeah.
And also it would mean you could like duo with someone, because there's two people in the bottom lane. So in the bottom lane it's like 2v2.
Uh-huh.
So you could be playing with someone else.
Yes.
And I would say a champion like. Oh, I'm trying to think. Okay, let me think about your favourite games and how you like to play them. Maybe like a Nami main you would be.
Nami.
Yeah, I reckon you'd play Nami.
Let me look up this Nami character. 1 second, listeners.
Or maybe just like a Blitzcrank. No, let's stick with Nami. She's got some playmaking. She's got some fun little things.
Nami.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like a mermaid.
Yes.
With trident.
Yes.
Okay.
So look up.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you what she does.
I
She
don't
has.
know what she does.
This is your main playing character though, so you got to know. You got to be going into this game
I do
prepared.
have to do my research. That's true.
Yeah. So she has a bubble that she chucks out, and anyone that lands in that bubble lands on, gets like brought up into the air and then dropped down and stunned. They're stunned while they're in the bubble, and then they land and they're out. She has a heal / damaging ability that bounces between enemies and friends. She can empower someone's auto attacks, and her ult is like a massive tidal wave that goes out in front of her.
My main concern is that League of Legends battles take place on solid ground, and she has no legs.
Yeah, she not an issue for her.
No?
Louis, no, she's above that. She just floats above.
She floats.
She floats.
So she can levitate.
Yeah, she has like a watery effect around her base.
Interesting.
I reckon you would be an incredible Nami player.
I mean, I appreciate the compliments, I suppose. I guess that's a compliment.
You're very welcome.
But I think I'm gonna have to pass on it for now.
Okay.
Maybe next time you can recommend me another character.
Okay.
Think on it. But I don't think Nami or Nami is for me.
Okay, my bad. What do you see yourself when you play online games? What's your favorite thing to do?
It really depends on the game. Sorry, that's the worst answer. But
So when you play Battlefront, what's your favorite thing to do?
As in Star Wars Battlefront.
Sorry, Battlefield.
I like to pretend. I don't tend to like kill people in Battlefield. I tend to like run around pretending everything's scary.
Okay, there you go.
I roleplay as a deserter. That's what I tend to do.
You know what you should do then? Maybe you'd be best suited in jungle.
Okay.
Where you don't interact so much with the other people, but you stay in between the lanes. Just by yourself, farming up monsters, and then visit the other lanes to help them out every now and again.
Well, the other thing I would do in Battlefield is get like a silenced pistol and pretend to be like a spy. So I would just kind of like skulk around. Thoughts?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I could suggest Twitch. You can. Oh, maybe you know what? Evelyn. Perfect for you, Louis. She goes invisible.
Okay.
She jungles.
She jungles, as we all
She can
do.
sneak up, and then
She has legs, so that's perfect.
Have you seen? And she's just had a visual update as well.
Okay, well, I'm just looking. She's not wearing a lot of clothes, but
No,
that's
her like lore is.
She has lore. She has lore reasons for. No
They
clothes.
all have lore. Yeah, she's like her title is the Agony's Embrace. So she like lures people in, and then.
I see. Of course.
Exactly.
Good.
That's what I think. I think you're an Evelyn player, Louis.
Okay, so that's Time Play 3HR this week.
Yeah, fruit salad edition.
Fruit salad. We made a very
another
juicy
classic.
fruit salad.
Absolutely.
Grapes. Any yogurt on top? Do you like yogurt on your fruit salad?
I mean, I would, but I also don't really care. I prefer ice cream.
I like a bit of Greek yogurt with some honey. Oof, that's good stuff.
What about like sour cream? Obviously not with fruit salad, but
sour cream in general.
Yeah.
I don't love sour cream, but I'll take it I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Time to 3HR goes up every single Sunday.
Yeah.
Next week is our super spooky edition, in which we will be playing Alien Isolation.
Yes, sir.
Alien Isolation. We'll both be playing that. It was on sale on our PlayStations, so it's been purchased and will be played. And And that's the episode for this week. Lochie, do you have any final thoughts, comments, anything you'd like to share?
Just keep it real.
Keep it real. You heard it here first.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Yes, I second that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for talking to me, Lochie. I really do appreciate it.
Peace.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.